Are you sitting on an email list but not squeezing out all the profit from it that you should be? Well, if so, you're leaving money on the table, and in today's video, I'm gonna give you 13 strategies that you can take and use to double or sometimes even triple the amount of money that you're making from your email list. If you stick with me throughout the whole video, I guarantee there's gonna be at least one thing that you're able to pick up and start implementing in your business to make more money. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Okay, so when people enter your email list, whether they got a lead magnet or just joined your newsletter or became a customer, whatever it is, these are all different ways they can join your email list. The most important thing is that you send them a great welcome email. So what does your welcome email look like? The welcome email is so important because it's actually gonna be the highest open rate that you're gonna get on any of the emails that you send them. You know, we're shooting for 60 or 70% open rate on this email. So what does yours look like? So go ahead, take a look at your welcome email and add a little charisma, maybe make it a little bit funny, and just know that that's gonna be the one email that pretty much everybody opens. And what is the call to action? So my advice is send them to a money page. Send them somewhere where they can purchase from you right away. Or if that's a little bit too much for you, you can send them somewhere that they're gonna follow you. So let's say they watch a YouTube video, enter their email to get a free lead magnet. In that welcome email, you might wanna send them to your Instagram, get them to follow you there. And now you got these multiple touch points that you can go ahead and interact with them. They can consume your content. And this is all gonna work towards warming them up to eventually turn them into a customer. When I had a basketball training YouTube channel and people would enter their email and join my newsletter, in my welcome email, I would send them to a Facebook group. And the cool thing about it is I didn't have to do anything to grow that Facebook group, but because my email list was growing so rapidly, that Facebook group grew to 20,000 members. And it was just kind of like automatically new people were showing up there every day. And you know, they join your Facebook group, you can interact with them right then and there. You can even answer their questions, build up that goodwill, and that's only gonna warm them up to become a customer, just like I said. The next way to make more money with your email list is to increase deliverability. Where are your emails ending up? Are they landing in spam? Well, then they're not gonna get opened. But even on another level, you want them to hit that primary inbox, not the promotions tab or the updates tab or any of those other tabs. You want them to hit that primary one. And you do that by a few ways. You gotta email out often, and people have gotta open your emails and click on your emails. And also there's a few other things. If you use a lot of like, make money kind of terms and stuff in your emails, that's gonna tell Gmail that, hey, this is a promotional email. It needs to go in that promotions tab. And you know, some other things too that definitely can trigger it is like using a lot of images in your emails, because you know, when I send an email, a personal email to somebody, I'm not gonna put like 100 images in there and like have it all designed all nice, right? I'm sending a regular email, typing it up and sending it. So there are these triggers that kind of trigger them to land in the promotions tab. So the main thing though is that people open it, people reply back to your email. So you can, you know, at the end of your emails in the PS, right? You write your whole email PS, you can ask a question and have people reply back to you. Okay, that's good for the kind of the paper trail of all of your email sends that will help you land in that primary inbox. Another quick thing about deliverability too is like a lot of these email service providers like, you know, ActiveCampaign, Aweber, like they have their own servers and they really monitor them and they try to keep all these kind of lists healthy and all that. So those are great. But if you sign up for something like Go High Level or other ones where you're using like third-party kind of email senders like Mailgun or SendGrid, you really got to know that your domain health matters a lot on if your emails are going to get delivered or not. So it's a big one. And if your emails are only getting opened at like a 2 or 3% rate, then it's not just the subject line, it's not just whatever, it's because your emails are probably ending up in spam. The next tip that I have for you is to clean your email list. You don't want to be sending out like, let's say 100,000 emails and only, you know, let's say 1% of those people are opening it. Like even if they are all hitting the primary inbox, that's all good. But if nobody's opening because you're not delivering value or they just know there's promotion after promotion coming or whatever the case might be, then that's not good for your list. You want to delete out old contacts that aren't opening. So you can go and you can filter your contacts and you can say, okay, if somebody has not opened a single email from me in the past 60 days, 90 days, then let's just remove them. That's gonna actually help your email deliverability, and it's called list hygiene, and that's something that you actually do wanna clean up. Okay, now let's get into the strategy a little bit. Let's talk a little bit about segmentation, right? So when I had a basketball training channel, we used to segment our email list in a few different ways. And one way was that we would ask people when they opt in to click a button. You know, are you interested in learning how to jump higher, work on your ball handling, work on your shooting? Like, what are you trying to do? Like, if you're a business owner promoting, let's say, digital marketing, you could say, you know, what do you struggle with most? Email marketing, running ads, or creating content? And when, depending on what they click, right, you can tailor your email autoresponder follow-ups to teach them about that, right? If I say I'm really interested in learning how to improve email marketing, and then all of a sudden I'm getting all this emails about, you know, I don't know, content marketing or something totally different, I might not be as likely to open those. And especially if you're selling me like promotions, right? Like, oh, check out this content marketing course we're trying to sell them. Like, well, hey, I'm here for email marketing. So all of those initial follow-ups should be tailored towards teaching me about email marketing, helping me, you know, improve my email marketing, and then selling me a product, right? That's going to help my email marketing. So segmentation is one where if you're not getting a lot of leads coming in, then it doesn't really matter. But if you are getting leads coming in, let's segment those leads. Let's send them a different autoresponder that's going to pitch them a different front end product to get them to buy, and then we can sell them our core offer once we've delivered even more value. Okay, so now you have your automation set up. You have them on a 30-day autoresponder where if they enter their email, they're getting emails for 30 days. How can you even milk that email list for even better results? Well, one thing is to split test your subject lines. So we want to get good email open rates. I mean, I would say anything above 20% is what you want to shoot for. If they're coming in through like organic content, right? If I go to Google and I search, you know, how to grow my business, I click on a link, I see a bunch of value, maybe it's a video, whatever it is, I enter my email, I jump on that email list. You know, my pain is already there. I had intent. I searched Google to try to find a solution to my answer. You know, me as a subscriber, I'm a lot more valuable to that business than somebody that just was scrolling Facebook or TikTok, an ad popped up, you know, targeting them about something they clicked, it entered their email. Like, if all of your leads are from those ads, then your open rates are just going to be lower, okay? Especially like that cold traffic, they're not interested, they just entered their email. You're going to be shooting for like 20%. People coming in off organic content are going to be upwards to even 40% open rates. But the point here is that you do want to split test the subject lines. So after you got, you know, a bunch of people to come through, you have data, you know, like the first email, like I said earlier, got like 60% open rate. Now it's, you know, it's dropped down to 40 on the second one, 30, and now we're like at 25, 22, 28, 25, all the way through that 30-day email autoresponder. So what you want to do is, you know, not mess with the good ones that have a high open rate, but go to the ones that maybe got like a 14% open rate. Go to that one and try to split test different subject lines. Remember, we're talking about getting people to open the email, so keep curiosity in mind when it comes to coming up with new subject lines, because curiosity is normally the kind of the emotion that earns the click. And hey, if you're able to go through and do that test maybe once, get a bunch of improvements, do it again, get a bunch of improvements, that is going to overall equal more people opening the emails, which equals more people clicking on the link, which means more traffic to your website, which means more conversions and more money in the pocket. So this is a great tip. I highly recommend you try it. And the next kind of tactic is automation. You know, what does your automation look like? We already kind of talked a little bit about segmentation, but you can continue to segment people as they go through your email autoresponder, right? After 30 days, if they've clicked a lot of links related to X, you might want to send them down another series of emails related to X, right? You can kind of tailor, it's kind of choose your own adventure depending on what they do, how they respond, how they act. And the cool part about these automated sequences, you can create them once, right? And they're good forever. You can modify them, tweak them here and there. And throughout them, you can add whatever you want, right? At the end of a series, you might run like a flash sale, right? So what does your automation look like? Is it 30 days and then you move them over here? Like, what's happening in those automations? Are you running a sale? Are you running like a new subscriber half off sale as soon as they jump on your list? And what happens when they get to the end of that automation? So this is kind of my next tip is, you know, after the 30 days, after the 60 days, where do they end up? Do they go to a bucket list? And that's what we call it. Some people call it like a legacy list. but it's just a list to where once they complete all the automated emails, they go somewhere else. And now this is your daily email list right here. So if you're going to be emailing out daily or 3 times a week, whatever your cadence is, the more you email out, the better. You might have, a 60-day autoresponder that has, 1,000 people in it, right, that are going throughout it. But your bucket list, after they finish that, they drop into your bucket list. And that one's going to be bigger, right? That's going to be, 10,000 people. And the cool thing about it is new people will be dropping into that every day. So it's almost like you're getting new email subscribers that you can email out to. And with your bucket list, you want to do the same stuff, okay? You want to deliver content, right? As you're releasing content, new YouTube video just went out, send it to your bucket list. You want to run a sale, maybe Black Friday is coming up, a Christmas Day sale to your bucket list. And start converting those people that have already know who you are, been through everything, and now are just kind of not ready to buy at the time, but a year from now on your bucket list, they might end up buying. And the next tip is to deliver content continuously. Send them to YouTube, send them to your Instagram, get them following you on every platform so that they can continue to get warmed up, build trust, and eventually hopefully buy. And the cool thing about sending them content is like, you can take a YouTube video that you just released, you can create a web page on your website in WordPress or whatever, or Go High Level or ClickFunnels, and embed that video right on there. You could put the buy now button under that. So imagine somebody's on your email list, you send them to that page, they go there to consume that content. They find a lot of value, they learn a lot of stuff, they build more trust with you, and then they end up clicking that button that's under there and they go to your money page and now they're warmed up, ready to buy. So, that's one tactic. You can also send them directly to YouTube. Kind of the pros of sending them directly to YouTube is if they do go to YouTube and they give you a chance to subscribe to your channel, they give you that watch time. And if they do watch the video all the way through and enjoy it, the next time that they go into YouTube and open up the app on their phone or on their desktop computer, they're much more likely to get recommended another one of your videos. And like I keep saying, we want them to consume content so that they can trust you more. And the last thing about content is you don't actually have to send them to a YouTube video. In your email newsletter, you can just educate them right there with the words that you're writing. And I've seen a lot of people do that in cool ways, like where they'll take like an actual course that they sell, all the different modules, and they'll actually just turn those into emails, right? So instead of, a 30 video course, they might just get 30 emails in an autoresponder that is kind of the same content that all pitches the course. It all kind of lines up. And then they're in this kind of like, a 30-day challenge type thing or a 14-day, course where they're going to get a new email every day. That's kind of the next step. And it helps the open rates, right? It gets them more interested in your emails that you're sending, knowing that tomorrow I'm going to learn this. And then you can kind of line it up in your PS at the bottom. You can say, hey, tomorrow I'm going to be teaching you about this. So make sure you don't miss that email. And, like I said, those open rates are great. All right, this next tip is something I kind of mentioned before, but it's to run promotions to your bucket list. Like every single holiday, you should be setting up a new page with a new offer, whether you're going to throw in some bonuses on there or throw in a discount or do a bundle. There's a lot of different ways that you can get creative to create these new offers that don't take like any extra work besides putting together the landing page. A lot of times you can just copy an old landing page and then bundle some stuff together, create a small graphic, put it on top, throw a timer up there, and that's kind of a key. And then run some sort of discount promotion, Christmas, I said, Easter, your birthday, Columbus Day, whatever the holiday is, you can run a promotion for, 3 or 4 days. And the good thing about that is it'll allow you to kind of send a little bit more emails because you'll want to email out every single one of those days. And then you maybe two emails on the last day to close it. And you should get a little bit of boost right when it opens up and then right when it closes over 3 days, 4 days to drive more sales into your business. The next thing that I recommend you do with your email list is upload it to the ad platforms. Like you can take your email list, you can upload it to Facebook ads, and then whatever kind of ads you run, it'll target just those people that are on your email list. Super powerful because now they're seeing your offer, even if they don't open your emails, which we hoping they are, but even if they don't, they're gonna go ahead and see your offer right there in an ad, hopefully a video ad that can help build the trust. And also, that email list can help you build lookalike audiences where they take kind of all the data of those people and they say, okay, we know this about these people, and this group of people over here are pretty much identical as far as the things they like, kind of their activity online. and we're gonna create this other audience, and now you can show ads to those people that are, according to Facebook or Google, like the same as those people, interested in the same things. So it's called a lookalike audience, and you can build those off of your email list. Another great strategy is to do email swaps. Now, email swaps are where like you go to somebody like a partner or a friend or somebody you know, and you say, hey, how big's your email list? Oh, 10,000. How big's yours? Oh, 10,000. And you can do like a swap where you say, hey, would you be willing to run this 3-day promotion for my company, right? It's kind of the same promotional type things. Give them a discount, offer them a bonus, and then you do one for them. And so it's going to allow you to bring more people kind of into your world to learn about what you do. And yeah, it's called an email swap. And kind of a level above that would be like an automation swap. Now, this is where you would actually add a promotion into your automation for another company, and they would do the same. Now, this could be a little bit tricky because maybe all of a sudden you're getting 100 leads coming in a day, and they're all getting this automation for this other company at some point in the automation. It could be like after many days or something, and the other company that was getting 100 leads per day is now getting 10 leads per day, and so you're not getting that much promotion. But it's kind of a cool set it and forget it way to where like after they've gone through all your automations, they might get a promotion for this other company or a couple promotions, and that's an automation swap. Yeah, it's just another really kind of cool way to set it and forget it and be able to bring people into your world. The next way to make some money with your email list is to get a sponsor. Like I've seen some email newsletters that are pretty big, like 100,000, that they sell their own products. They sell their own courses, their group trainings, kind of one of those kind of businesses. And they also will have sponsors in their newsletter. Some tech company, some software in there, and they're also as well pitching their own products in there. And you can make some pretty good money with sponsors in your newsletter. If you ever heard of The Hustle, created by Sam Parr, host of My First Million, it's a pretty popular business podcast. That was their entire business. They had an email newsletter of, I think 2 million when it was sold, or close to 2 million email subscribers, which is huge. I know, I get that. But they didn't sell too many of their own products. They did end up having their own product. But really, the main way that they made money was just through sponsors. And they had like a sales team that would even go out there and get sponsors for their email newsletter. And it's something you should consider if you do start to kind of, grow. Like if you have over 10,000 emails, I think you're probably big enough to land a sponsor. Now, this last tip could be the most important tip. And I know everyone says that in videos, but it's just to email more. Most people do not email their bucket list enough. And you should be emailing them 7 days a week and running all these promotions and everything on top. The most profitable companies do that. And I know it's annoying and it's kind of spammy. And personally, I don't do it myself. I don't even take my own advice all the time. But the thing is that it helps the health of your email. We were talking about list hygiene and email health. Like, believe it or not, it helps to email and land in inboxes every single day. As far as deliverability and open rates and all that stuff goes. And, it makes sense because, people are getting that email every day. Some are opening it, they're clicking on your links. And so there's more traffic to your website, more buyers. So it does make sense, but, it's not easy. So if you do want to email out every day, my advice is that it's only going to help you make more money. All right, wow, that was 13 tips. I hope you guys liked that if you did. And hey, if you have an online business, then you should be creating video content, whether for ads or content or whatever. And every single video needs a hook. So I've put together 500 of the most viral hooks into a database, and I'm giving it away free. It's the first link in the description. So go ahead, head down there, click on that link, and I will send it directly to you. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.